Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. Okay, so for the first spin of week 14, let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, well, it is what it is. Okay. Moving on to the second spin. And let's see what we get from this one. You know what? I'll take that one. I don't mind it. There's not all that much that we can do with this, but I'm sure I could find something quite useful. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Hello and welcome back to episode 14 of Regional Rumble. We are basically going to spend this entire episode in Asgandia. Not really going to go to the desert. Main reason for that is because we've had it, 3 times in the last 4 weeks, so it's a bit crazy. It kind of feels like the desert region found a loophole in the whole no free regions in a row, because it took a break off for 1 week and then came back for the other 3. However, we do have that this region this week as well. I can use it to get money if I need it, but I don't think there's any other real reason to use it. Maybe to get green d'hide or something. Honestly, I don't really feel like I'm going to be spending much time there because we are in Asgandia. And this actually does give us one beautiful thing, right? We've got 265k here that we got from Agility Pyramid mostly, and that we've carried over. And we do actually in Asgandia have access to a rune shop thanks to Betty's Magic Emporium. So, you guessed it, we can finally train magic. It is now week 14, and we are sat with 26 magic, but that is soon to change. We are going to blast through these levels, probably not literally. I don't think I want to spend death runes on this. Not quite sure what I'm going to do. Probably fire strikes, to be honest, so I don't spend too much. I'd not really thought about what I'm going to kill yet. I just thought about the idea of actually training magic. I also came with one realization. You might remember in previous episodes a previous episode when we were in Asgandia, I said I specifically wasn't going to do the medium task in the Asgandia region, which is to make the strength potion from scratch, and the reason for that is because I wanted to get the maple seed and plant it so I could get the maple logs to make a maple stock to make a mithril crossbow, but I've suddenly realized that if I just go into here and I go to this shop here, they sell maple stocks, so that plan was actually kind of pointless. So we probably will be doing that task this episode, albeit that might be the only task we do. I can't remember what the other medium task in Asgandia is. I'll have to look into that in a bit. But it'll probably be the only task we do this week. But yeah, that's still, we'll get that done. Probably end up grabbing some XP because I can't imagine the other rewards are going to be all too great for us. And one last thing. In this region, I can technically train construction. So basically the way this works is it's very expensive. I can buy bagged plants from the garden supplier. I could go down to my house portal. I could grow the plants, get farming and construction XP, and I could essentially get 25 construction to move the house to Hosidius, which would make it a lot easier to train construction in the future. The only problem with this is it uses up the majority of the money I have, and that would then sacrifice training magic, or at least mostly. I probably only have like 20k left to train magic with, which is very little for what I actually wanted to do. So I don't think I'm going to go ahead with that. I think I might just be patient on construction and wait until I've got maybe like Varrock and Asgardia, in which case I'll get a Saw, or, you know, even Southern Korend and Asgardia. Like, a combination of them would still be working. And I mean, even if I get Northern Korend, I can just train construction at Wintertide anyway, so I don't think there's much necessity for me to go and burn all my magic on construction. Even though it would give me some farming XP as well, which is nice, I don't really think it's worth it. Anyway, I've rambled on for too much for the intro of this video. We're going to get our timer started, and we're going to get cracking on some progress. Probably going to set ourselves up for magic straight away. Let's go. Alright, so one quick step before we go ahead and sort ourselves out with magic. I'm just going to get some range equipment. I don't know how much these cost. Not too much. We have quite a lot of money, so I'm not too bothered. I want to get ourselves some range equipment so we can kill some dark wizards, because they drop a staff, if you remember from the last time we did this, which will allow me to auto-cast. It's just honestly for convenience. I really don't want to be dealing with having to manually cast Fire Strike. That would be horrible. Admittedly, I could get myself some runes and then kill the wizards with magic and do it like that, but I think I'd much rather just get it out of the way, get the stuff done, and then we can quickly go back, get ourselves some runes, and we can train magic properly. Again, I'm still not quite sure what I want to train on. I might go to, like, lesser or greater demons, whatever they are, in the Taverley dungeon, because they're quite weak to magic, so that could be nice to do. I also don't really know what I'm going to use as food. I really cannot remember what I used before. I might have to look into that, because I feel like I'm going to get destroyed by these guys, even though they're fairly low level. The wizards and the dark wizards always give me bad memories of when I was a noob. Probably the same for everyone else, but I also can't remember which one is best to kill. So, I'm going to figure that out. We're going to hunt down the staff, and then probably get ourselves some magic equipment. Hey, there is the staff. We managed to do it without needing food, which is really nice. Slowly losing health, but I've got about half our health left, so we're all good. We're going to head down to Betty's now, get ourselves the rest of the magic equipment. And, yeah, I think I'm going to head into the Taverley dungeon and kill the demons in there. I mean, I might get some, like, not D-meds. Yeah, I wish, D-meds. Room meds. We can sell them off. I don't know, maybe we end up this with enough money to do the construction method. Who knows? I kind of want to go for at least 50 magic in this episode. It's quite ambitious, 24 levels, but it'll be a really nice kickstart to the account, so I say kickstart the account. We're in episode 14 and I still haven't trained magic properly, so it's about time we get onto that. Right, Betty, let's get some runes from you. I'm just gonna splash out, honestly. Give me as many mind runes as you can. I don't know how many this gives me, and then I'll just buy twice as many airs. And I think that'll do me for a little while. Alright, side note, before we go and kill demons, I'm going to go and talk to Captain Tok, because I forgot to do this last time. And if you remember when we were in the Feldips, I couldn't do Corsair Curse, because I hadn't done this step. So, we're going to say this. Hopefully this doesn't... Oh, this does take me. Okay, well, I just have to instantly go back, because I'm not allowed to be here. Now, I have said in the past, any forced teleport during quests is allowed, as long as I instantly leave afterwards. Now, the only way to do that step was to talk to him, and it forced me to teleport, so... We are back in the Asgandia region, where we should be. We are done with that now. That step is complete, so if I ever go back to the Feldips, I can finish off the Corsair Curse. And yeah, now I'm going to head over to the dungeon, but I want to quickly mention something before we go ahead and do this. As this series progresses and I get more and more boss kills, I'll start opening more and more regions per week, which means I'm going to have way more stuff available to me every single week. Now, in terms of video content, this is going to start to clog up what is in the video. So, like, for example, the intro, because at the moment it shows the 2 regions that I'm in. But obviously, let's say I have 5 regions, you're going to have, like, 4 minutes worth of intro. And I don't really want to do that to the video. So what I'm thinking of doing is essentially just, like, compiling them all into one intro, which is going to feature the area that I'm going to focus on mostly. And I want to know what you guys think of this, because obviously it's going to get a bit spammy in the end, and I don't really want it to come to that. So please let me know in the comments where I should go with this. If you think you've got a different idea, a good idea, then please suggest it, because I would really appreciate that. But yeah, I need something to sort that out, because it's going to get really, really spammy, and I do intend on opening more areas fairly soon, so we are going to have to figure something out. Okay, this is pretty big. So, we just got 27 magic, and I thought it was nothing, but this actually allows us to enchant emerald jewelry, which means we can make emerald bolts, assuming we had the stuff to do it, which actually I can make the bolts, I just can't get a crossbow, so yeah, we could get ourselves emerald bolts, and that's kind of the main thing I wanted to use to kill mole. Having like an assured poison is really nice, because obviously with the digging it gets really irritating, having to chase the mole around the cave or whatever. But yeah, if we had poison bolts, I could essentially just kill it over time without even attacking it. So that is the game plan. But we do need a mithril crossbow for that, and that's going to require me to get like another 7 fletching levels, I think. I'm not entirely sure on that. But at the moment, you might be wondering what I'm doing. Basically, I'm getting myself the key, so I can go through to where the blue dragons are, because it's going to help me drop the aggro a lot easier, basically. Oh no, I'm not supposed to ask that, am I? Right, so we're going to get ourselves a key so we can go through to the blue dragons. I don't plan on killing blue dragons, but it's going to make it easier to drop aggro. Although I might actually go to the black demons now that I think about it. Do you know what? I'm going to go to the black demons. Screw this. We've got ourselves a key. Why not? We'll cut over to black demons and we'll train magic on them instead. So, I didn't realize that they extended this black demon area. I haven't actually been here since, I don't know, like the opening of Old School. Oh, yep, this is a problem now. See, now I don't know where the safe spot is. I used to use a little safe spot over here. But due to the nature of them rearranging this area, I don't have one. I mean, this guy seems to be in a safe spot. Maybe I just use his and then hot worlds. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We're just going to stand here and hot worlds. I've got 1 prayer point left, so this is like the only way I can think of doing it. But I don't know why they made this area bigger. Does anyone even come here? I mean, I guess like maybe Konar Slayer tasks or something. It's genuinely the only thing I can think of. There's like so many better places to kill black demons nowadays. Catacombs being one of them. So, regardless, gonna hop over, try and find ourselves an empty world, and then we'll blast down some black demons, get ourselves some more magic XP. There is 44 magic. That is going to give us absolutely nothing, but it's going to be the last level we get from this. We have gone all the way from, I think, 26, was it? All the way to 44 magic. We're going to run out of runes on this kill. I don't even think I'll be able to finish the kill unless we get some really good hits. 18 more casts. Probably not get the kill, but this is the loot that we have from this. I kept the insult heads for absolutely no reason. Don't know why I did that. We've got a drunken dwarf while we're here. That's why we have these. And I've also decided that rather than trying to walk out of here, which is going to be really dangerous, I'm probably just going to minigame teleport to pest control, because that's still part of the Asgandia region, so we can utilize that. And we'll be able to get ourselves out of here. Like I said, we're going to run out of runes. So I've been talking about the stream, and we've decided that this week I probably will take on the mole again. Not going to be able to get poison bolts, unfortunately. However, I can get green dragonhide chaps and van braces from the desert, along with the maple shortbow we've got here. And we can get some adamant arrows, don't have to use these steel arrows. So we'll have like the best damage we can possibly get. Also, as an addition, I will be having people help me find the mole. I mentioned this in the previous attempt that we did it, for anyone to say whether they have a problem with that. And there we go, we're out of runes, so I'm just going to teleport out of it. And you guys don't seem to mind if I have someone help me find it. That's all they'll do. There's not going to be any damage done to the mole. It's just simply to save me from running around and around in circles and make this a little bit more possible to do. So yeah, we're going to be prepping for that. I want to like sell off a whole bunch of this stuff that we got, and we'll probably get our gear ready. I don't know if I want to do any more magic training before then. I also should have checked this shop, because I have no idea if this is cheaper. No, it's the exact same price. Yeah, so we're going to be prepping some stuff. Probably be doing giant mole tomorrow. I might get some more runes and do a little bit more magic training, but it won't be on black demons. It'll be on probably guards or something for the last 20 minutes. And then in the next 3 hours, we will be working on trying to kill the giant mole once again. If we fail, we fail, but at least I can say I tried. Alright, so quick clip to make. I bought some more runes just to use on ice giants. I just want to get some more magic XP before we hit 6 hours, because I don't want to start prepping for mole today and then have to change it all tomorrow. But yeah, for the rest of this stream, I'm going to be killing mole. But for the video, I want to quickly mention something I completely forgot to mention for the first half of this video. On the last 3 hours of the previous episode, we did 2 tasks, which gave us 50,000 XP in cooking and fletching. I did put them on, just completely forgot to mention. We are now at 48 fletching and 58 cooking. I don't think this really unlocks much for us. I think I mentioned before that I need like 7 levels to make a mithril crossbow, so I guess it pushed us closer to that. But as for cooking, not really. 50k XP in cooking is very minuscule at this point. Like, if we got another 50k, it'd probably put us to 60 maybe, but it doesn't really do all that much. If we're going to get a 50k reward, I kind of want to put it into, like, crafting, because that's one of our lowest ones, and that would jump us up quite a bit. But for now, I'm just going to use up the rest of these runes on ice giants, and then I will be prepping myself for the giant mole. Alright, that's going to be ice giants finished with. We are now going to quickly head over to the desert and get ourselves some green d'hide. And then I think the next step is to head back to Asgandia and do my best to kill the giant mole. I do need to bear in mind that I need a light source, which means I'm probably going to have to get a candle. I might be able to get a light source in the desert, actually. I'm not sure about that. Again, just another reminder, I'm going straight to the desert. I'm not allowed in Lumbridge. Just clarifying that every single time I do this, because I'm concerned I'm going to get questions. I'm going to see if I can get a light source in the desert. I might be able to get like a torch or something from the hunter shop. That might work. That saves me going in Trana, which is inconvenient. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'd like to trade you, my friend. Trade. Alright, how much is this going to cost me? Quite a bit. But I want to invest the money, because the faster we do it, the better. Holy crap, the increase in price. It just doubled. What? Alright, moly, moly, moly. It is time for us to have a rematch. Let's go and attempt to kill the mole once again. We got ourselves some torches from Nada. The reason I've got 3 of them is because if you see this, it gets darker. So having 3 of them makes it just brighter in here and I can see easier. But yeah, I'm now going to be hunting down the mole and we're going to be attempting this kill. I may record the whole thing and put it on the speed up for the fun of it. It depends on how long it takes. Who knows? You'll see what happens after I finish this clip. Hit! The mole is dead! We've done it! That took 21 minutes and 51 seconds. Oh my god. That was brutal. But we killed it. We got ourselves a mole kill. That is a boss ticked off. Nice one. Okay, so with that boss kill, we have unlocked ourselves either an extra region every week or a carryover slot, which we are going to go with another region. Having 3 regions makes it more likely I'm going to get the regions I haven't had yet, and not to mention more access to other bosses and quests and stuff like that. The carryover slot would probably just be used for a weapon, which at this point in the account, I don't really need to carry over. I've got money, I can buy reasonably decent stuff in the areas that I'm in, so we won't need to worry about that with our money stack. And yeah, pretty much we are going to move on. We have killed Mole. There are no more bosses in the Asgandia region, I don't think. Oh, well, there's Cerberus, technically, but obviously Slayer for that. And then KQ is the only other one we have available to us, which is in the desert. And I don't really think KQ is going to be killable. It's a very optimistic attempt to kill that. Honestly, I thought Mole was going to be impossible, but we finally got through it with, how long was it? Nearly 22 minutes of killing the boss. That is actually insane. That took so long. But we're done. I think the next thing I'm probably going to do is work on completing the strength potion task. Probably just actually spend some time at Chaos Druids. I might just train a whole bunch of range, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. We'll get ourselves the strength potion from scratch. We'll complete off that task because we don't actually need the maple seed anymore. I don't know where I'm going. The way out is at the bottom. We don't need the maple seed anymore because I figured out about maple stock. And then even then, I don't need that anymore because I've now killed Mole. So But it could be worth doing in the future if we want more mole kills. I don't know why I would. It doesn't really drop anything all too great. We'll have to see. So I'm going to head over to the Chaos Druids, and we're going to start collecting up some herbs. Yay! Finally. Keep up. That was terrible. Great. Alright, time to get ourselves some limpwort roots from hobgoblins. I might need some food for this one because I'm probably going to get battered by them. But then we'll be able to make our strength potion and get this task completed. We got ourselves a Taramin finally. It took a while. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly unnote these irrits, and we're going to make ourselves 2 super attacks just because I can. And I'm also going to put this in here and have it prepped. We are in Asgandia, so every step is going to count as long as I don't go to the desert and do a step. That is totally fine. Tempted to train some melee, just because I got the attack potions, but do you know what? I really can't bother. But we are going to go ahead and hand the mole claw and mole skin in. See what we get from them. Probably nothing useful. Honestly, an acorn. Like, I hate to say it, but acorns would be the best thing right now because I could plant 2 of them. I could get some farming XP. That could be pretty nice. I don't have access to a fruit tree patch, I don't think. So I think that's kind of useless. Although the seeds that you get from these nests aren't the regular tree seeds, because I think you can get like random seeds from this. I really have no idea. But we're going to go hand these in and see what we get. I haven't done this in a very long time. So Mr. Wyson, I believe you are here. Hand this in. I'd like to trade in the mole parts. And there we go. We get some seeds. What do we get? Watermelon. Strawberry. I don't think I can grow either of these, so great. Thanks, Wyson. The one time I wanted acorns from a bird's nest, you couldn't give it to me. Well, that's it's great. Absolutely great. Anyway, I'm going to go down to hobgoblins, and we're going to try and get ourselves a limpwort root so we can go ahead and finish this potion. Hey, limpwort roots. There we go. That didn't take too long. I think like 4 kills maybe. That is going to allow us to use this on this, and that is a strength potion from scratch within Asgandia. Task complete. Okay, so the rewards for this task are 50,000 XP, 2 maple seeds, or 10,000 GP. We've got a pretty sizable cash stack, and we don't really need the maple seeds anymore because of the fact we've killed Mole now. It's kind of irrelevant. But also I found out there's a shop that sells maple stocks anyway. But we are going to spin the XP wheel to see what we get for the 50,000 XP. And you know what? Maybe if it's cooking, I might just take the coins, to be honest, at this point, because cooking XP is going to do hardly anything for me. I think it gets me to 60, but that's it. It's really not a big deal. But with that said, we are going to go ahead and spin ourselves the XP wheel. Let's see what we get from this. Honestly, don't hate it. I don't hate it. See, the good thing with this is that it gets us closer to be able to make a mithril crossbow, which is pretty good because it allows us to use emerald bolts, and that's something that'll be really useful in the future. So I don't hate fletching. Honestly, I also, if I get loads of XP in fletching, I can get to the point where I can make magic shortbows, which could be really handy. So it's not a terrible skill to get it on. It's way better than cooking, and we're only level 48 anyway, so that should give us a good few levels. So I'm going to ask the chat as what we can get, but 50,000 fletching XP doesn't sound too bad. Alright, seems fairly unanimous. Most of the chat have gone for the 50,000 XP on fletching, but someone decided to vote for 2 maple seeds, even though I can't even grow them. So essentially what would happen is that I'd get the maple seeds, and they would just end up in the bank along with everything else I've ever had to get rid of. So I would get no value out of them whatsoever. So thank you for the troll. But anyway, 50,000 XP in fletching is going to happen. So we will be adding that on at the 3-hour mark. And that's going to be a nice chunk of XP onto this account. Pushes us closer to being able to make the mithril crossbow. I'm going to quickly check what level that is. Mithril crossbow is 54, so we need 6 levels. This might put me pretty close. Huh. Interesting. You know, if I'd have done this first, I might have had a different plan for doing the giant mole, but I mean, it works out either way. We managed to get the mole kill, and bound to get ourselves a bunch of fletching levels from this as well, so that's really nice. But yeah, so that is the task complete. Let's move on. Alright, so I think I'm just going to go and chill out at Chaos Druids for a while. We've got loads of random stuff on us. I probably should have got a melee weapon for this so I could train some of that. But we're just going to collect some herbs. I don't know, train some basic herblore with these guys for the next hour and 6 minutes. I think tomorrow when I stream, and I did the last 3 hours, I'm probably going to do some agility pyramid. We'll get some more cash, some more agility levels, because at level 50, that's quite nice. I mean, level 50 is I can unlock the Falador course, which hopefully I won't be in Falador again next week. But there's not really much more we can achieve in these areas right now. No more bosses to kill apart from like KQ. And then also, there's no more tasks that I can do either. So I just want to make sure that I'm all prepped for the next region. In fact, we're going to have 3 regions next week because of the mole kill. So there's a good chance we end up somewhere where we're going to need money. So I want to make sure we do have plenty. Especially if we have access to construction. So if we get Asgandia and Southern Kourend, or if we get Northern and Southern Kourend, then I can train construction in Wintertod and then move over to Southern Kourend and train naturally. I'm going to want the money for construction, so I think coins is just a general good idea, and this is what we're going to probably be carrying over, unless somehow I get something incredible in the meantime, which is probably not going to happen, but yeah. So I'm going to just train range here, collect ourselves up some herbs, and I will probably see you close to the 3-hour mark, maybe? I don't know. Alright, screw it. Change of plans. I'm going to be using up some of these herbs. Honestly, collected whatever I felt like because I had too much stuff taken up. We have got a chunk of Harrowlanders, which I can actually use to make energy potions. So that's why I've been stacking these up. If I remember to go to Widens, we can buy some chocolate there. We can also buy chocolate in Nada, because we have the desert unlocked. But it's just such a waste of time going all the way down there for chocolate. So I can just keep hopping around and getting chocolate from Nada, so it's not that bad. In the meantime, I am going to be sorting myself out so I can go to Hill Giants instead. We want to kill Hill Giants not because they're great XP, which they are, but they also drop allotment seeds, which is going to allow me to do some farming, so why not, you know? I don't know why I'm going this way. I need to clear out this invert, really. I realistically should have noted some of my herbs at a leprechaun, but I'll figure that out as I go along. But yeah, we're probably going to focus on Hill Giants so we can get some allotment seeds, and then I'll be able to do some farming like now and at the beginning of tomorrow's stream as well. So the next time you see me, you'll probably be at Hill Giants. Alright, so quick story short, long story short, we decided to do magic instead because I wanted to abuse the fact that I have access to runes. I need to try and do this really quick because I want to do farming before we leave here. So we are actually just going to teleport over to pest control. I wanted to get water runes so I could teleport to Falador, but then I was advised that I can just use pest control teleport. I completely forgot about that. So we're going to quickly go up to the Falador farm, and hopefully we can get some farming done before the timer runs out. I think I've got enough time before the 3-hour mark, hopefully. Otherwise this will be really embarrassing. And then if I've got any time left, I will go ahead and use the rest of these casts. I've got 64 casts left, get some more magic XP. And then tomorrow, I'm probably going to work on doing some more agility pyramid. I know it's getting boring, but it gives me so much money, and the agility XP is really good for the future. Because we'll be able to do, you know, other courses in other areas, unlock shortcuts, and most importantly, we'll be able to unlock certain bosses, such as Salah and the Twisted and the Sara God Wars. That'll be at level 70, so that will be really nice. But we're going to head over to farming, get some farming done, and I'll probably see you in the next stream. Little pit stop here. I actually wanted to recruit Burnt Off for the Below Ice Mountain quest, because I completely forgot to do that last time I was here. So we're going to quickly go ahead and do this. Going to go for the rock, paper, scissors, which I'm pretty sure that you win regardless of what you choose, so I'll just spam my way through it. And we'll get this quest step triggered. I did want to train some more magic, trying to get 50, but I also don't want to go into the next region with no money. So if I spend my time doing magic, I'm going to be spending money. If I spend my time doing agility pyramid, I'm going to be gaining money. So it's a hard trade-off to do. I think I'll just settle with the 46 magic, and we'll do some more agility pyramid for more money. Basically just going to grind out a good few hours of agility pyramid, especially because the agility level is really going to help as well in the future. I'm really going to need that. So I think best idea is to not worry about the magic too much. 46 is still pretty good. 50 wouldn't really unlock anything anyway. 55 would give me high alch, but we're quite a way off of that, and I don't think it's really worth investing the time into. Also, if I ever get Northern Kourend, it's a really good area to train magic in anyway, so we'll probably spend most of our time in that region training magic. Once the fact I've got magic done at some extent in this area, I'm pretty happy with that, so yeah. When that's burnt off done, we're going to head over to the Agility Pyramid and probably just grind this out for a good few hours, at least until I feel like I don't need to do any more. Alright, gearing up for Agility Pyramid. This is what we look like right now. I've sold off my range gear because I don't plan on using that anymore. Got rid of some of the items. This is my inventory. We've got some wine, some water skins. And we're basically just going to clunk through the Agility Pyramid. But before we move on, I do want to mention that I have applied the 50,000 fletching XP. We are now at level 52, which puts us 2 levels away from a mithril crossbow. Something that I could probably grind out in a region if I really felt like the need to. Like if I really wanted the mithril crossbow and I had the stuff to get it, then I probably could grind it out in that time. But yeah, so we're at 52 fletching right now. But we've got 2 hours and 43 minutes, give or take. And I think that's plenty of time for us to get some agility done. And this should make us a nice chunk of money and get us quite a few agility levels. Alright, so I should probably make this clip real quick. We just got 50 agility, which actually allows us to use the Falador rooftop course. However, I'm not going to be doing that. And the main reason I'm going to focus on doing Agility Pyramid is because I'm getting Agility XP like I want, but also I'm getting the coins which I can carry over. Right now, if I got Marks of Grace, they would just be wasted. There's basically no point me collecting Marks of Grace at this point in the account anyway, because even if I did get the Graceful, I then can't carry it over. Realistically, what I want to do is I want to be able to get myself a house where I can store the Graceful in before I go ahead and start collecting it, because that way I can actually keep the items rather than just, you know, getting rid of them every single week, because that would absolutely be horrible. But right now, I'm much more focused on collecting coins than I am collecting Marks of Grace. I did say in the stream that I could, in theory, collect the Marks of Grace and then carry over the Marks of Grace, but I just don't really see the point in doing this. The coins are just so much more valuable at this point in time. So that's basically what we're going to do. We've still got 1 hour and 21 minutes left at level 50. And 253,000 coins. So I'm going to be doing this for like another hour and a half-ish. And I'll probably see you guys at the end of the video. Come on, final one. Go, we done it. We got 40 seconds, let's go. Whee! Oh, that's going to be it. We've got ourselves 30 seconds to go. Hand that in. Gonna finish this off. We've got 412,000 coins. That's absolutely amazing. I didn't think I was gonna get that much. Jesus. Alright, well, that's gonna finish up the timer. I mean, there's genuinely no point me trying to go with 20 seconds to go, so we're just gonna let that run down. But we are going to lock in the 412,000 coins. That is gonna be carried over to the next region. Just gonna go ahead and see exactly how much that is. 412,680, and that is the timer done. Just turns off screen, it's fine. Right, okay, so we're done. This is what we're carrying over to the next region. Everything else is going to get wiped. But we do have 3 regions to roll. Now, I did ask this earlier on in the video, but for the sake of this video, I am going to show all 3 wheels on the screen at the same time, which means it's going to be slightly desync with my reactions on video, but that's just because as we go further on into the series, you're just going to have loads of spam of me spinning wheels, and that's just not going to be that fun to watch. So, we do need to get ourselves the spinning wheel up, and we'll be spinning the next region for week 15 of Regional Rumble. I mean, to be fair, those regions I'm not too unhappy about. I'm kind of confused as to where I want to start next week, but I'm going to have to think of it over the weekend. They're pretty good, actually. They're a pretty good combination. I was a bit sort of unsure when I first got them, but I genuinely don't think they're that bad, actually. I think we've got quite a lot to do, actually. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go for week 15.